guest along with me, Captain Sanjay Akella. Aviation is like very dangerous. Why? Because it's a risky job for everybody.
Yes, dangerous, you never know what will happen.
Did you enjoy your flight?
For me, I'm the only one who goes to sleep, satisfied that I did something today.
Like, what is one destination you will never get tired of flying?
Iceland.
And like, what is your toughest challenge that you had while you're flying?
Any machine will fail. That's man-made, will fail one day or the other.
Will you panic at that time? Hello, hi, welcome, namaste to my very first podcast channel. I have a guest along with me, Captain Sanjay Akella. Namaste, Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Like, I wanted to ask a few questions about your pilot career.
Mhm.
So, when it comes to a pilot career, మీరు ఎలా దీనికి వెళ్ళారు ఏవియేషన్కి?
It all started back in 2003 and 5, in between there.
ఓకే
That is when I got into my intermediate.
ఓకే
I wanted to do something different apart from what the rest of 1.4 billion people do in our country. Engineering కానీ మెడిసిన్ కాకుండా I wanted to explore something which is different and unique. Initially, I had plans of becoming a cricketer.
ఓకే
Realistically,
ఓకే
it won't happen.
ఎస్
That is all based on luck. Again, that is not something I wanted to do. And then I switched to other things. I wanted to paint. I wanted to direct movies. All of them were winning born gani. Realistically, they were not that great.
ఓకే
One day I decided, what? I'll become a pilot. And
ఓకే డిడ్ ఎనీబడి సజెస్టెడ్ యూ
No.
అంటే మీరు ఏవియేషన్కి వెళ్ళండి అని
Uh-huh.
చెప్పి
that was
యువర్
solely
కంప్లీట్ యువర్ ఓన్ డెసిషన్
it was my decision. I just wanted to do something unique. And then I started looking at flight schools in India. Engineering cheyakunda, I wanted to do it after my inter.
ఓకే
I looked at all the flight schools in India, tried to gather as much information as I could. And then intlo, they were like, sure, you can go become a pilot, but become do your undergrad and then do it.
ఓకే మీ ఇంట్లో యాక్సెప్ట్ చేశారా వెన్
Yeah.
యూ టోల్డ్ అబౌట్ యువర్ ఏవియేషన్ కెరియర్
Yeah.
లైక్ డిడ్ దే యాక్సెప్ట్ ఇట్?
Yeah.
దట్స్ గుడ్.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
For a lot of people in India,
Many parents like the think aviation is like very dangerous. Why? Because it's a risky job for everybody.
yes.
So
But
మన
for my parents, they
ఏంటంటే-
had the same thing.
Okay.
They said, it's dangerous. You never know what will happen.
Why? Because all the passengers' lives are in our hands, no?
Sure.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your individual decisions with you or your family, it usually is based on just you.
Okay.
So at that time, they were like, they were concerned what will happen to me.
Exactly. Every parent
Right.
has
But my
concern
simple-
on their own.
The only thing that convinced them was I go on the road, I might die on the road as well. So it's
Exactly.
not that
True.
it has to be in an airplane. And ippudu aviation is probably the safest mode of transportation
Exactly.
worldwide.
Exactly.
So a chinna point tho they got convinced and they're like, you can become a pilot, but after your engineering annaru. I said okay. I did 4 years of
Your
engineering,
engineering.
and then I moved to the US.
Okay. You went for your flying for US.
US.
Okay. You finished your 200 hours CPL in
Uh,
US.
In US, it's not like that. It's
Okay.
not just you 200 hours.
Okay.
You do your 3 licenses.
Okay.
Uh,
It's HPL, PPL, and CPL.
PPL, your instrument rating, commercial, and
Commercial.
your multi-engine rating.
Okay.
Then single chesi multi cheskunna.
Okay.
And once I finished that, it depends from school to school. So I finished my CPL in about 160 hours.
Okay. That's great.
And then I became a flight instructor. Worked as a flight instructor for about 10 years, 2013 to 23.
Okay. You did your flight instructor in US itself.
Yeah.
You
I-
trained students.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
I trained some thousands of people.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And then I came back to India, and then I started flying here now.
Okay.
So,
So I heard that you're gonna start a new flying school in India.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడున్న schools-లో I see the issues. I know what can be done with my experience that I gained over the years. I want to do something different here.
Hmm.
People, they start their flight training here in India, but they move out because they're not able to finish their flying, or they have one or the other issues here in India. So I want to change that.
Okay.
Get a Western style of education in India as per Indian regulation. So that will be a challenge, but I'm trying to do something like that now.
Okay. What do you suggest for a present students who wanted to become a pilot? మీరు ప్లస్ టూ తర్వాత చేయమని సజెస్ట్ చేస్తారా ఆర్ లైక్ టు డూ దేర్ బీటెక్ ఆర్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ ఆఫ్టర్ దట్?
It's up to them, actually.
Okay.
If it was me and I go back in time, I would have started my flight training after my plus two.
ఓకే.
ఎందుకంటే ఆ టైంలో ఇఫ్ ఐ ఫినిష్ అప్పుడున్న జాబ్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్, ఐ మిస్ ద ఛాన్స్ బై ద టైమ్ ఐ ఫినిష్ మై ఫ్లైట్ ట్రైనింగ్.
ఓకే.
So aviation is such a field where chances don't come to you.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ
సో
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ
దే
ట్రూ.
కమ్ ర్యాండమ్లీ, ఎప్పుడో ఒకసారి అదృష్టం వచ్చి తలుపు కొడుతుంది అంటారు కదా, ఆ
అవును,
టైప్లో.
అవును.
If you have to be ready for that moment. So if you decide to make aviation your career, I would suggest do it right away.
Okay.
Because the more you wait, the more challenges you'll have to face. So I would, again, it's up to random individuals. Because my oldest student was a 87-year-old retired doctor
ఓ నైస్.
in Los Angeles.
ఓకే.
So I trained him just to get his private pilot license, so he can fly his own
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ
aircraft.
ప్రైవేట్ జెట్.
No, private aircraft for
ఎయిర్క్రాఫ్ట్.
him. He just bought a 4-seater small airplane,
ఓకే.
just so he can fly around.
ఓకే.
So aviation ki, again, if you want to make it a career, do it right away.
ఓకే.
But if you want to keep it as a hobby, do it whenever you have time and the money.
నాట్ ఇన్ ఇండియా.
In India too, India is not such, people have this bad taste about India, but every country has their own unique challenges.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ
The
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ.
only difference between US and India, aviation started in the US. They, back in 1900s, 1903 to be specific,
ఓకే.
అప్పటి నుంచి they kept developing the whole thing. While they were doing that, we were still under British rule. మనకి ఇంకా we didn't get access.
ఓకే.
So వాళ్ళు డెవలప్ అయిన రేట్ లో మనం కాలేదు. Initial, any
yeah.
time your initial phase, if you miss it, it'll be a hard
yes.
climb,
Yes.
to get to that level.
Yes.
So ఇప్పుడు with the current aviation minister, who is too interested in trying to do something
Okay.
good for the
Very
country.
new. Yeah.
So
Started.
and the new DG, I believe it's Faiz.
Okay.
He's also doing a great job. He's changing the regulations, which will help pilots and upcoming pilots as well. So India is changing. It will take time, but it is changing.
Okay.
So I would say India abroad for aviation, it's almost the same anywhere.
Okay.
The way you fly is the same.
Okay.
The same manufacturer, same aircraft.
But here, like after 200 hours only, you'll get your CPL. But in US, like, what do you think? You
It's
already
again
told me before.
different school to school, because over there they have.
Why did I got this doubt is like before you told me like for your getting CPL you just finished in 160 hours. So in India it is not like that. Why? Because after 200 hours only you'll get your CPL,
Yes.
right?
Even US, they have two different regulations.
Okay.
In one regulation, you need 250 hours.
Okay.
The other one, it's for the professional flight schools, which FAA approves those schools, based on their curriculum, what infrastructure they have. They go through all of that and they'll approve that syllabus.
Okay.
Now, that syllabus can be 160, that can be 300,
Okay.
right? So some schools, one of the schools I worked in the US in California, their syllabus was 230 hours.
Okay.
Right, it's the same kind of syllabus, but because of their clientele, they had to use 230 hours. So it varies from school to school.
Okay. Do you suggest student to fly in India or US
Depending
to
on
finish their like
at
flying
this current
hours
state, I would say
very
go
soon?
abroad, finish your training fast, come
Okay.
back and convert.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend anyone going to a different country and working there,
Okay.
which I did. That is when I missed a lot of chances.
Did you enjoy your flying?
Yes, flying. If you don't enjoy, you won't be able to sustain for this long, like I did.
Okay.
So, and for me, flying is not just a job.
Okay.
Per se, it is more of a passion.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
again, becoming an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, it's
It's.
all, you're doing these things just to make money, one way or
Hmm.
the other. Um, but for me, I'm the only one who goes to sleep,
Hmm.
satisfied that I did something today.
Hmm.
I literally fly in the clouds, right? That is only a few people
Hmm.
can do right now. Sitting as a passenger, sure, but flying it through all that. So for me, that is more satisfying, and that is what keeps me going.
Okay. So then, like, how is your first flying experience that you had? Like, for the first time, like when you're flying
As
in
a
an
pilot or
aircraft?
as a
Not as a
in
pilot,
an
as
aircraft,
as a trainee pilot.
as
Like,
a training
yeah,
pilot.
as a
Okay.
trainee pilot, when you started your flying for the first time, like,
Mhm.
what is your experience and what did you like thought about it? Like,
So when I like I said, I got all the information.
mm,
They told me I need to get a CPL, all
mm,
this.
mm,
I was what in my inter first year at that
mm,
time when I heard all this.
mm,
I'm like, I didn't get all of it. I didn't grasp a lot of information.
mm,
I finished my engineering. I moved to the US,
mm,
and that is when I realized, learning to fly
mm.
is not the same as learning to drive a
Exactly,
car.
exactly, exactly.
I
True.
was assuming, there will be a guy sitting next to me. He'll be like,
Mm, mm,
kind of
mm.
doing everything, if
Everything.
I do anything wrong.
Mm.
But they gave me like books. They're like, you need to study all this. They're like, you
Exactly,
have exams. I'm like,
exactly.
oh wow, I
Mm.
didn't think I have to study.
Okay.
In India, I don't think. I would say about 100% of our population never even looked at the book
Mm,
to
mm,
give
mm,
their written test for
mm.
the driving license.
Exactly, exactly. For two wheelers and four wheelers, we never
No
read
one,
the book and
no one
we got
actually.
license.
We don't in India. That is not learning how to drive is not a mandatory thing.
Exactly,
You
exactly,
know, best example is just go out and look at the roads. No one
exactly,
knows how to drive.
exactly.
So I went to the US with the same impression. I'm
Mm,
like,
mm,
okay, that guy will just
okay.
sit.
Uh,
Uh,
Sitting in the
he'll just
cockpit.
take me fly.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
I take off. I land in a different
Mm.
airport, peaceful.
So
First flight, they
after,
made me do some maneuvers.
okay,
Like you do steep turns, you do
mm,
stalls, you do lazy eights.
okay,
I'm like, my first flight, I started throwing up
okay,
because that is you don't
mm,
experience that
mm,
same uh, G's, or you don't see that visuals of as when you fly as a passenger.
exactly.
So as a passenger, you wouldn't understand what's happening.
Mm, 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 mm.
But as a pilot, I was sitting up front in the cockpit. I'm looking at all that. I'm like, it made me throw up.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
It took me about 2 or 3 flights till I got used to all of that.
Mm,
And then after that, I soloed, and
mm.
then it got better.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as a pilot, like, how is your lifestyle?
Lifestyle like anyone else. I wake up, I go to the gym,
Okay.
I come back. If I have a flight, I go fly,
Okay.
or else I just stay home playing with my dogs.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah,
I got to know that you have a husky along with
two
you.
of them actually.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice, nice. You got it from India only?
yeah.
Okay. And before flying, మీ డైలీ రొటీన్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది అంటే లైక్ షెడ్యూల్ వెరీ బిజీ ఉంటుంది కదా సో హౌ వుడ్ యూ మేనేజ్ లైక్ యూ ఆర్ ఓన్లీ డూయింగ్ దిస్ జాబ్ ఆర్ లైక్ యూ హ్యావ్ సమ్ అదర్ బిజినెస్ అలాంగ్
Yeah, I just fly.
ఓకే
For me, that is the only thing that I'm passionate about.
Mm.
For me, making money is not that important. It's doing what you love. So I just fly, and before the schedules are busy, yes, but we have our way. We are two pilots sitting in the cockpit. We manage, whether it's our sleep, our stress, or anything, and we eat well. You
ఓకే
need that, and that's about it.
స్లీప్ సైకిల్ స్ట్రెస్ డిప్రెషన్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా మీరు
అందరికీ ఏ మనిషికైనా ఉంటుంది అది అందరికీ
ఓకే
వస్తుంది. The only
లైక్ హౌ
thing,
విల్ యూ మేనేజ్ ఆల్ దిస్ స్టఫ్
it's tough, but once you get into that cockpit, we have to forget whatever happens outside. We just leave it outside the door and we close the door,
ఓకే
and we open the door. We remember everything again.
Apart from this aviation career questions, like I wanted to ask something personal.
Mhm.
Like, did you ever have your up and downs in your life?
Yes, everyone will
What
have.
would you suggest? Like, what would you suggest for our Gen Z right now? So, a lot of people are suffering from different creations in their life.
For
like
one,
when they are low,
mhm,
they are going into depression and they are taking their own decisions. Like
mhm,
what would you suggest for
they
them?
have to take their own decisions, because when you do take
Own
care,
decisions in the sense like making suicides or
that's the thing
something
that.
else, like how to overcome from that, like you faced a lot in your life,
Mhm.
so like what would you
So
suggest?
you believe in fate?
Obviously.
I don't. For
Okay.
me, it's just something that you did in the past that just showed
Comes
it's a.
karma, kind of karma.
No, again, I'm not going into that discussion, but
Okay.
this is something else.
Okay.
So anything you do today, it's like throwing a small stone in the in
Hmm.
water, right? It
Hmm.
creates ripples, right?
Exactly.
Every decision, every word, even this conversation that we are having, it will cause ripples,
Okay.
right? Some they just go away, they
Hmm.
don't come back to you.
Hmm.
But some, like if there's a wall here, the wave will hit the wall and it'll come back to you. But that might take a day, a month, a
Hmm.
year, or even 50 years from now.
Hmm. Hmm.
By then you wouldn't even remember that you did something that caused this, right?
Exactly.
So a lot of
We
people,
can't predict.
you can't, but
Yeah.
it's all, whatever happens, it happens because of a
Hmm.
decision that
Hmm.
you made
Hmm. Hmm.
somewhere in your
Hmm.
at some point.
Hmm. Hmm.
So me sitting here, it obviously causes something.
Hmm.
All your people here seeing me, or listening to me now, it will cause something,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Now, if this goes well, it goes well. The ripple, it's just going away.
Hmm.
If it doesn't and it comes back,
Hmm.
right? I need to know what I should do.
Hmm.
If I say something wrong right now,
Hmm.
obviously there will be someone who will get offended, who will come back to fight me,
Hmm. Hmm.
right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
for that, I need to have a solution,
Hmm.
right? So each problem will always have a solution.
Hmm.
You just need to know. And because of our
Have to overcome.
education
Yeah.
system, we are stuck in memorizing, giving an exam, passing it, and that's it.
Exactly.
But no one teaches us
Hmm.
what should I do if I
Hmm.
fail,
Hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
right? No one told me, if I fail,
Hmm.
failing is not a bad thing.
Hmm.
I have to fail in
Hmm.
life.
Exactly.
That is how I will learn, and that is how I'll uh, start walking again.
Hmm.
But if I don't, someone is giving me everything, I wouldn't
Hmm.
know what to do when I fail. And your question, that is what the causes are.
Hmm.
People are not taught what to do if they fail.
Exactly.
For me, if you want to take a decision regarding anything, right?
Hmm.
Ask yourself, what if it doesn't work?
Hmm.
Right? You'll come up with what if it doesn't work, I'll do XYZ.
Hmm. Hmm.
Three options.
Hmm.
What if each one doesn't work?
Hmm.
Again, XYZ for each option, and it keeps going
Hmm.
until the point there are no more answers that you can give.
Okay.
Obviously, if one doesn't work, you will have something to fall back to.
Hmm.
If that doesn't work, you will be ready for the
Hmm.
next one. But if
Hmm.
you don't have any of this,
Hmm.
now you don't know what to do after the first failure.
Hmm.
And that is when people try to take the extreme step.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I would suggest, always have a backup plan for everything you do.
Okay.
So if it doesn't work, you need to
Hmm.
know what to do next.
What is the most challenging part of your like flying private jet? Challenging part that you had?
I wouldn't call it challenging,
Okay.
but we fly to airports that we haven't gone to. We go to countries that we have never visited.
Okay.
Trying to figure out all
Hmm.
that. Like some European countries, you won't understand their accent, on the
Exactly. True. True.
radio.
True.
So same, they wouldn't
Hmm.
understand my accent on the radio.
Exactly.
So
So did you
these
face
are,
it?
everyone will,
Okay.
because it's
Like in that case, like what is your like? How did you take a forward step?
like
If
depends.
you if
Like
you
if
did
it's a
not.
radio communication, I would just try to
Hmm.
change the accent a little, or
Okay.
slow down my words. How I
Hmm.
pronounce each
Hmm.
one. Uh, Airports, obviously, any airport is the
Hmm.
same.
Exactly.
I know
Hmm.
how to
Hmm.
use
Hmm.
the available resources I
Hmm.
have. So
Hmm.
I just need to do that.
Hmm.
So we plan well in advance, that
Hmm.
okay, this airport I need to do this,
Okay.
and before we even take off.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
we kind of know what to expect once we get there. But unexpected is the communications.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you really think that aviation need a perfect communication?
perfect pronunciation. I wouldn't say communication, but at least the other guy should understand your intentions.
Okay.
You should be able to convey that, what you want to do, when and where. If you're able to communicate these three, so that the other guy can understand in the most simplest terms, that's fine. You don't need to be a pro in English, hold a PhD for that.
Hmm. Like, what is one destination you will never get tired of flying?
Iceland,
Iceland.
Keflavik.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that place is beautiful.
Like, who is your inspiring pilot?
No one, myself.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Like, would you suggest flying a private jet or a commercial like airline?
Depending on what your goals are in your life.
Okay.
uh, Flying corporate private jets or charters, there is no fixed schedule for you.
Okay.
When your client needs to go, they need to go. So it can be 2 in the morning, it can be at midnight. Whenever they call you, you have to be ready to go. That is life of a private aircraft.
Okay.
Whether it's charter, corporate, anything. When it comes to an airline, you have fixed schedules. You do so many sectors in one day. You land, you go home. It's more like a 8 to 5 job.
Okay.
So it depends on what you want to do. So for me, I like the challenge. I want to be on my toes at any given time. So that keeps me going. It doesn't bore me anymore,
Okay.
because every day I'm going to a new place, a different place. I'm doing something else. It's For me, this is more interesting than an airline.
And like, what is your toughest challenge that you had while you're flying? So we like we'll be having many emergency landings. Like sometimes our engines will be failed. And what would you talk about it?
Any machine will fail.
Okay.
Anything that's man-made will fail one day or the other.
Okay.
We train for all those. We come up with scenarios. We are like, okay, if my engine fails at this point, what am I going to do?
Will you panic at that time?
Everyone will. It's not, when you say you, look at me as just my brain.
Okay.
That is the only thing that makes all this happen, right? When something out of the ordinary happens, your brain will freeze. Whether you're flying, whether you're driving, whether you even a sudden some news that you get, something bad, your brain will freeze for a few seconds, because it's not able to comprehend that kind of information. Depending on your levels of experience and how much you practice those same things, that duration will probably shorten.
Okay.
Usually you can expect up to 30 seconds of brain freeze. If that is something new to you.
Okay.
By the time you get out of it, if you still have time, I will recover. If not,
We can't tell
we can.
anything. Yeah.
So we train for all that.
So for this, in this case, can we have any alternate option, to get more advanced in engines, or like?
It doesn't matter. Anything man-made will fail.
Okay.
One day or the other, they will fail.
Okay.
Because you cannot
Taking safety precautions before flying.
Have patience.
Okay.
Slow down with what you're doing. Do all the checks that are necessary. One thing that a lot of people don't realize, everything that aviation has, like all the books, even the aircraft and the checklist of the aircraft, they all came because of someone died.
Okay.
Each time someone dies in a plane crash, they come up with all this. So, someone already experienced that. So I'll just, blindly just follow it. If anything new, that's on you. But until then, do what's necessary. Just slow down. A lot of people are always in a rush. We just want to get to where we need to go.
Exactly. In aviation, we need a lot of patience.
Yes.
And recently, we had a Amitabad accident. So, like, what is the behind the story?
Don't know.
Like-
I wasn't in the aircraft. Neither did anyone who has been talking.
See,
We
because of
never
that
know.
accident, we lost so many people.
Yeah.
So, like, is the airline responsible for
No.
that?
When you say airline is responsible or pilots are responsible, let the investigation, get done. Without any information, no one can really say.
We'll be having a box, right? Like secret box in the
We
cockpit.
don't call it secret, but it's a we have two. One is a flight data recorder and a cockpit voice recorder. Yeah.
So like in that case, like we can find what happened, no?
Not
Like
really.
they'll be continuously
Not
having
really. It'll just
radio
like
communication towards ITC.
no. It'll even the conversations that happen inside the cockpit are recorded. That's the thing. They need to match that with the flight data recorder,
Okay.
which just shows whether the aircraft was climbing, what its speed was, all that technical stuff.
Okay.
They have to match all that with the voice recorder and see what happened. Until then, no one can really tell what happened. So,
when it comes to your professional life, like why aviation? Why can't some other career?
no one pays me to look out of a window. No one else does. So,
Okay.
and for me, aviation is probably the greatest invention of mankind.
Okay.
That is probably the greatest thing that we can do. So that's what I wanted to get into, and I'm in.
So for the new Gen Z students, what would you suggest? You suggest going for aviation or like doing BTech, all the stuff?
It depends. Again,
see
everything, right? In India.
What my question is, see, after doing their BTech or degree, so many of them are trying for IT jobs. Now the IT jobs are very low. So they are not getting their jobs and they are ill at home. So what would you suggest to try a different career field or like to do the same as like BTech or degree?
I'll put it in a different way.
Okay.
Any job that we do, we are doing it for the sake of money. As simple as that. But in my case, money is just a byproduct.
Okay.
I'll get money if I work hard. If I don't work hard, I don't get that money.
Exactly. In any case.
If I need to work hard, I need to be passionate about what I'm doing. The same people that you're talking, who are doing BTech, ask them why BTech. They'll say, my parents told me to. Right? If you ask the parents, they'll say, our neighbor got a job in an IT company. So that's why I want my kid to become an engineer. This change just keeps going in India. Until we stop that, you actually don't get people to realize their own dreams.
What would you tell to their parents? Like, if they wanted to change, if we wanted to change one solution for this, like what would you suggest?
Let the individual decide what they want to do.
Exactly.
If it's a right decision, obviously they'll succeed. If there is something they fail in, it's their decision. So they know that they fail and they'll learn from it.
Yeah,
either they'll get better at that or with that experience they might do something else as well. But it'll only happen if they're given the opportunity to think for themselves. In India, we don't do that. We don't let the kids think. And all of a sudden, everything, the whole world is thrown at them. And they have to figure it out. So let them think, let them decide what they want to do.
I'll ask like somewhat funniest question. మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా అనిపించిందా when you are in the aircraft on board, so మీరు వెయిట్ చెక్ చేసుకోవాలని? No. Why?
Cockpit లోంచి లేవలేను కదా. I'm buckled in. I can't get up.
Okay. So we have autopilot, no?
ఉన్నా కూడా someone has to still keep monitoring the systems, right?
We have like two
and
pilots
even
in
when
the
you go
cockpit.
up, your weight will still remain the same.
Okay.
It doesn't change.
Okay.
The only time it'll change is when you're pulling excessive G's. So one G is your weight on ground. 2 G's is 2 times your weight. And it keeps adding up like that.
And what is your toughest challenge that you faced in your pilot field career?
Toughest challenge. Training a Chinese student who doesn't understand English.
Telugu, English.
Who doesn't understand English, but I'm trying to teach him in English with an Indian accent.
Oh, nice.
That was a challenge.
Okay. You never faced apart from that, not from a student training, like apart from that?
Not really.
Like while you're flying or like any emergency.
Emergencies are part of your life, when you become a pilot. So for
like
me, that is not
unpredictable weather and all.
That is that is not a challenge. It's
Mm.
just everything that you learned, you're just using it at that
Okay.
moment, and that's it. That's not a challenge.
Like, can you please tell me any basic three things like ఆ టైంలో మనం తీసుకోవాల్సిన ప్రికాషన్స్ కానీ హ్యావ్
ఎప్పుడు
టు లైక్ అది ఎమర్జెన్సీ ల్యాండింగ్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు కానీ వెన్
ఒకటి
దే హ్యావ్ మేడ్ ఏ ఆర్ పాన్ ఆర్
ఒకటి
లైక్
కామ్గా ఉండడము.
అన్ లైక్ అన్విజిబుల్ వెదర్ లైక్
అది
జీరో విజిబిలిటీ.
zero visibility, we are trained for it, so that is not something that we are affected.
Some people
No, everyone gets
will
trained
have
for
a
that.
panic
They
at
will
that
get trained.
moment.
Adi
Like,
initial
what is
training
your
lo, but training lo, that is normal.
mm,
People panic while under training,
mm,
because all of a sudden you can't see anything. Obviously you'll panic.
mm, mm,
uh, but any emergency, again,
mm,
we are trained for that. It's
mm,
just that the more you panic, the lesser the options you'll have. You just
mm,
have to calm down, like I said before.
mm, mm.
Calm down, relax, and think what you need to do. That's it.
Hmm. What is the one story that you will never forget in your flying career?
Flying wise, the most interesting and tiring flight,
Mm.
I went from Hyderabad to Perth, Australia.
Okay.
Okay. We were supposed to stay there for 2 nights and then come back.
Okay.
ల్యాండ్ అయ్యాము రాత్రి 10-11కి ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో ల్యాండ్ అయ్యాము.
Okay.
And then by 8 a.m.
Mm.
I'm back in the aircraft.
Okay.
Not even 8 a.m. I was back in the aircraft at 6.
Okay.
We took off at 8.
Mm.
We went to Singapore.
Hmm.
సింగపూర్లో లంచ్ చేసి
Mm.
we took off immediately to go to Goa
Okay.
from there.
Continuity flight.
ఈవినింగ్ గోవాలో స్నాక్స్ తిని ఎయిర్పోర్ట్లోనే
Hmm.
we again flew to Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
I had my dinner in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
So in one day, I had my breakfast in Australia, lunch in Singapore,
Hmm.
evening tea and snacks in Goa,
Okay.
and dinner in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
So 4 countries in one day.
So you finished all the countries.
Yeah,
Like,
in one day.
in one day.
Yeah. So wake up in one and you sleep in
Other-
a different
yeah.
country. For you, your brain is like,
Mm.
you know, it doesn't even know where you are.
Mm.
There are times when I wake up in the morning thinking, where am I?
Mm. Mm. Mm.
You don't realize which country, you're in.
So like young aspiring pilots like you, మీరు ఏ సజెషన్స్ ఇస్తారు
Regarding in what way?
ఇన్ ఏవియేషన్ కెరియర్ ఓన్లీ? లైక్ వాట్ సజెషన్స్ లైక్ హ్యావ్ టు డెవలప్ దేర్ ఏవియేషన్ కెరియర్?
Mundu,
Like,
when they
వాళ్ళు ఎలా
start.
తీసుకోవాలి దాన్ని? లైక్ హ్యావ్ టు
Mun-
స్టార్ట్ దేర్ జర్నీ
Mhm.
అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎండ్ పాయింట్ ఫర్ ఇట్?
Okay. Someone, if you're someone who doesn't want to study a lot, this is not the field.
Okay.
Because aviation is something where you are constantly studying for one thing or the other.
ఓకే.
So every day you have to study
Hmm.
for the rest of your life. Until you retire at 65, you gotta keep doing this.
ఓకే.
Second, choose a flight school. If you want, if you are starting your flight training, choose a school which will not just finish you in the quickest time.
ఓకే.
Choose a school that will take their time, teach you everything that's required.
ఓకే.
Anyone can get you done. Getting you your flying hours is not a big deal. But can you do the same thing? If you're by yourself. For that to happen, you need some, a reputable school that can do that for you.
So in some flying schools we only fly. In some flying schools they do ground classes as well as like flying too.
Mm-hmm.
Like is it a good addition, both the ground school and
If
flying at
it
a
was
time
me,
doing?
I would learn from the same instructor, whether it's
Okay.
ground or flying.
Okay.
That is why US attracted me
Okay.
more.
Okay.
For flying, you need to be in sync with the guy who is teaching you.
Exactly.
If you're not understanding it, there's no point in continuing, because each flight hour you're spending at least $300.
Exactly.
per hour.
Exactly.
So it's all about learning. How much can I learn from this guy or this girl? Just because, with my experience, it doesn't mean I can teach anyone. Sure, I can teach, but it doesn't work with everyone. I can teach you, you might understand it, but your friend might not. So the same thing with the ground school done by someone else, and you're flying with someone else, they don't sit well. because I have my own way of teaching you.
Okay.
Someone else, they have their own way. You know, you as a student, you don't know anything. You trying to figure out, you already heard this guy in the ground school. Now you're trying to listen to this guy. It's very hard for your brain to, understand both. You get my point?
Yeah.
So I would recommend going to schools which do both, where they offer ground classes before you go fly, so that you'll understand better. You do your ground, you sit in the aircraft, now you know what you actually heard in the class, and then you can see it in action.
Exactly. Do you really think that at a time doing both ground class and flying helps a trainee pilot?
In India, it's different. India is always a country where they focus more on written tests,
Exactly.
right? But aviation, they are supposed to keep aviation separate, right? Aviation is a practical field. It's got theory is only to help you, but it's all practical. It's how you move your muscles, how you get adapt, how you perceive what you see outside. So for me, India again doing it's still new. I'm just trying to convert my license after all these years, so I'm trying to get used to that now. But anywhere else, they do ground and flying simultaneously, because that is the best way you can understand what you're reading. Just passing an exam for the sake of passing. In India, we just memorize for anything. Whether you're in your 10th, plus 2, undergrad, you're given a question bank, they're like, memorize it.
Okay.
You memorize it, you go to the exam, you write it, you pass it. But 5 years down the line, if I ask you, you wouldn't even remember what you read. That's because that is short-term memory.
Exactly.
For it to go into long-term memory, you need to, practice, which is physical. You need to understand it, what you're reading. So a lot of people who write these exams have never even seen an aircraft until that point. How would they wouldn't even know what they read when they go back to flying. So I would, for anyone, I would suggest do ground and flying simultaneously. That way you're understanding what you're doing.
Exactly. And like, how you want to see yourself after 10 years?
The same, flying an airplane. That's it.
You won't change your
No, nothing.
career.
Nothing.
You'll be in the same field.
Yeah. Provided I stay fit, I keep my medical.
And artificial intelligence is taking over the world. Like aviation sector AI influence ఎలా ఉంటుందని మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు? ఇప్పుడు
back end
AI is very
groundwork
lot, no?
Yeah, groundwork, on the back end sectors, it'll obviously it'll come, but when it comes to the cockpit, it's still the same humans.
Okay, like do you really think that AI వచ్చాక maybe robots తో
they tried, ఇప్పుడు కూడా they all they could do was unmanned aerial vehicles, which is again controlled by humans sitting on the ground. You cannot rely on a system, especially when you're flying in the air, because if that fails, like I said before, anything man-made is bound to fail one day or the other. Maybe not today, but tomorrow definitely. I'm not saying it'll just crash. Something will break, where you can ground, you can land, but it can't be used again. Say a cockpit lo, without a human, or all these decisions with if they're taken by someone other than a human, it doesn't work for me. I don't see it actually going
not
past
for you
anything.
in
general ga, I don't see it going past the design phase. For Boeing, Airbus, వాళ్ళ design phases లో వాడతారేమో కానీ it will not go beyond that into the cockpit.
ఓకే సో అంటే రోబోట్స్ చేతిలో మన బోయింగ్ ని కానీ
Because if it fails, let's assume a hypothetical scenario.
Exactly
If you have 2 robots sitting in the cockpit, or 1 robot, now
can
that you
we
have
really
1,
keep all the passengers lives in those 2 robots?
if it fails and you're over a city like Delhi or Hyderabad or Mumbai, which are very densely packed, and the aircraft goes down in these cities, you're not talking about passengers in the aircraft. You're talking about people on the ground. And because of the jet fuel, it's not just that one place that will burn.
Okay.
It'll spread. it'll be massive.
Hmm.
So relying on something where a human will take a different action, right? For a robot, emergency, I'll have to put it down. It will put it down wherever it is, not realizing what's under there. But for a human, I'll see, too many buildings, too many people. I'll minimize the damage. I'll move the aircraft in such a way that it doesn't go into a populated area, right? So robots, not really.
Okay. So, like, how has being a pilot shaped your perspective on travel and life?
Travel, it remained the same. Travel never
Like,
changed, but
I know,
life
like,
flow,
you are into biking also. So
I
we
learned more
met.
about talking.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was an introvert. Before I became a pilot,
Mm-hmm.
I would just keep to myself, not talk to many people.
Okay.
Even if it's the same people, I
That
wouldn't
affected you?
speak loudly. I
Okay.
was very quiet.
Hmm.
But as a pilot now, it opened up my perspectives. Now, irrespective of how many people stand in front of me, I can speak with the same levels of confidence. ఇంకోటి దేవుడి పైన నమ్మకం పోయింది.
Why like that? Like,
When you have an
దేవుడి మీద
emergency
నమ్మకం.
and
It's a part of life, no? See, when
yes,
when
but
you
I
choose that
realized,
career, it's a
but
part
I
of life.
realized I survived only because of the work I put in, not some divine intervention. When I realized that, I'm like, I started working even harder to make sure I kind of come back, walking, not in a box. So it's all my hard work and adokati realization వచ్చింది. So I don't pray. I just, if I need to do something, I just open a book and read. నాకు కావాల్సింది aviation. Biking, I like to talk to people now, learning their cultures. Because in India, every village you cross, they have a different customs, they have different cultures, different foods. Adi, you can only experience that if you're riding. You can't do that while you're driving or flying.
Exactly.
So I do both. Flying, I do that in a different country, but riding, I do within India, where I learn about every part of the country. It's
Do you
not just,
often go for trips?
yeah.
Okay. So, like, you will be flying with a lot of VIPs.
Okay.
Okay. So, any memorable moment that you had with any
I wouldn't take
VIP?
names, but Ayodhya opening appudu, that was nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I met my classmate. He's a
Okay.
celebrity now, but he was my classmate back in school.
Okay.
So we both kind of గుర్తుపట్టావా అన్నట్టు సురేష్ రమేష్ ఆ యాడ్ లాగా అయిపోయింది ఆ రోజు.
5-star ad.
Yeah.
And any memorable moment that you have with your friends or family or anybody?
In general or just aviation related?
Not aviation, in general. In general also you can.
Memorable.
Funniest thing that you had in your life?
Funniest thing?
Crazy
I have
thing.
a lot.
Like one or two that
It's hard.
if you
but,
wanted to speak.
It's hard to remember now, all of a sudden.
You have a lot, no?
Yeah, అందుకే గుర్తు రావట్లేదు ఒకటేసారి.
Any one or two with your friends, like you did the funniest crazy thing at your school days or your college days, or like in aviation also?
Aviation లో అయితే solo అయినప్పుడు there is a tradition where after you come back from your flight, they pour water on you.
Yeah,
it's just symbolizing,
after solo.
you ఒక్కడివే వెళ్ళావు, you stressed out a lot, so water to wash off all the sweat and everything. అది కాన్సెప్ట్. సో స్కూల్ నేను ల్యాండ్ అయ్యాను, ఎవరు లేరు, మా బ్యాచ్మేట్స్ ఎవరు లేరు. అన్నా ఓకే అని చెప్పి I went
You
home.
felt happy, no? In that case, like nobody is there at
No, I mean that is part of the tradition అన్నట్టు ఉండే.
Exactly.
I went home, and then I was supposed to go out with friends, that night.
Chala
కానీ to go to my apartment, I had to walk across the pool.
Okay.
మధ్యలో పూల్ ఉంటుంది, స్విమ్మింగ్ పూల్ దాటుకుని నా అపార్ట్మెంట్ లోకి వెళ్ళాలి. ఐ గాట్ దేర్, మొత్తం బుక్స్ అన్ని, ఆ బ్యాగ్ అంతా అలానే ఉంది. ఆ చెట్లలోంచి ఉరుక్కుంటూ వచ్చి నన్ను తోసారు నీళ్ళల్లోకి. సో
that was your funniest.
Yeah, funniest in the sense I was mad. Obviously my books అన్ని పోయినాయి, బట్ నా సోలో బాత్ అట్లా అయిపోయింది.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is your happiest moment?
Pretty much. And then when I became a instructor, even more happiest is when your ex
Mm.
students they send pictures,
Mm.
of what they're doing now.
Mm.
That
Mm.
gives me more satisfaction.
Mm.
Chala I did a lot and
Mm.
I made someone's career. Now they're doing it, they're successful, so that makes me even more happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And apart from all these questions I had,
Mhm.
సో ఈ ఈ పాడ్కాస్ట్ అనేది నేను స్పెషల్గా ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నానంటే స్పెషల్గా జెన్జీ వాళ్ళకి
Mhm.
ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ మెయిన్లీ ఉమెన్
Mhm.
I don't want these stuff going into a degree or BTech doing casual things uh, regularly.
Mhm.
సో దీన్ని మీరేమంటారు అంటే వాట్ మెసేజ్ ఫైనల్లీ యూ వాంటెడ్ టు గివ్ ఆల్ టు ద జెన్సీ? నా మెయిన్ మోటివ్ అయితే అది. ఎందుకు నేను మిమ్మల్ని ఈరోజు నేను పిలిచి పాడ్కాస్ట్ చేయడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటి అని అంటే, సో దే వాంటెడ్ టు నో అబౌట్ ద ఏవియేషన్. లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ సో మెనీ డౌట్స్.
Mhm.
సో ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ పాడ్కాస్ట్ వాళ్ళు నాకు కింద డిఎం చేస్తే డెఫినెట్లీ ఐ ఆస్క్ ఆల్ దోస్ క్వశ్చన్స్. అండ్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ సైడ్ మీరేం సలహా ఇస్తారు అండ్ వాట్ వుడ్ యూ సజెస్ట్? నేనైతే నో అని చెప్తాను. వై? బికాస్ ఐటీ సెక్టర్ ఈస్ వెరీ లో రైట్ నవ్ ఆఫ్టర్ కమింగ్ ఏఐ.
Mhm.
సో నేను డిఫరెంట్ మీరు నేను ఐ నో అబౌట్ ఏవియేషన్ కాబట్టి ఐ యాజ్ ఎ రెస్పెక్ట్ దట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ ఆన్ యూ కాబట్టి నేను పిలిచిన వెంటనే మీరు వచ్చారు అండ్
Mhm.
యూ గేవ్ పాడ్కాస్ట్ టు మీ. సో ఎనీ సజెషన్స్ ఫర్ దెమ్?
Do what you love, don't do because someone tells you to. Uh, everything that people say, society ఏమనుకుంటది, మన పక్కింటి వాళ్ళు ఏమనుకుంటారు, that is irrelevant. They're not the ones who will come and feed you, or give you money when you're in need.
Okay.
Do what you want to do. Aviation, yes, it's expensive. To become a pilot, it is expensive.
ఎక్స్పెన్సివే, బట్ మీరు కంపేర్ చేసుకుంటే ఈవెన్ బీటెక్ అండ్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ ఆర్ అండర్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్ లైక్ పీజీ ఇవి కూడా కాస్టింగ్ సేమ్ కదా?
Yeah, but the way our culture has become, we are like engineering, మెడిసిన్ తప్ప
దట్
అదర్
డిగ్రీ.
ఫీల్డ్స్ నెవర్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అన్న టైప్ లో మనం వచ్చేసాము.
అవును, అవును.
ఒకప్పుడు ఉట్టి ఎవరిని అడిగినా ఐ నీడ్ గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్ అనేవాళ్ళు. And then it took a long time before the private sector came in and people started working in the private sectors. Do if whatever you do, make sure you're passionate about what you're doing. Now, if you're not, your productivity will go down, and eventually, if you're not as useful to me like before, no company will kind of keep you. They will look for an alternate. AI వచ్చినా కూడా ఎంత AI ఉన్నా వితౌట్ ఎ హ్యూమన్ నన్ ఆఫ్ ద మార్కెట్స్ రన్, రైట్? వెదర్ ఇట్స్ ఐటీ, వెదర్ ఇట్స్ హెల్త్ కేర్, వెదర్ ఇట్స్ ఏవియేషన్, లాజిస్టిక్స్, ఏదైనా.
టు బి ఫ్రాంక్, ఆఫ్టర్ జనరేటింగ్ ఏఐ, సో ద జాబ్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ లెస్.
నాట్ రియలీ
ఇన్ ఐటీ సెక్టర్.
లేదు, ఐటీ వల్ల, ఐటీలో ఏఐ వల్ల తక్కువ అయింది అంటే కాదు.
Then
what
what is
happened, like I said, మన దగ్గర ఇండియాలో తక్కువైనాయి, ఆర్ ఇండియన్స్ కి తక్కువైనాయి అంటే ఒప్పుకుంటా, కానీ ఇన్ జనరల్ నాట్ రియలీ. You gotta keep studying, you gotta keep upskilling. If you do keep learning something new. ఒకప్పుడు C++ పైనే జాబ్స్ ఉండేవి, right? Once upon a time. Then if people only studied that, they had no other idea about DBMS kani, other systems. I forgot all the names now. వేరే SAS కానీ SAP కానీ వేరేది ఇంకా దేంట్లోకి ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేయకపోతే they would be out of a job. ఎందుకంటే C++ ఎప్పుడు అయిపోయింది. In India we still teach C++, right?
Exactly.
We are not built to innovate. As a country, we don't innovate. మనము ఎవరో చేసిన దాన్ని we are able to go and work అక్కడ అంతే. జీరో తర్వాత మనము we never invented anything. That's because the way we are raised as kids, don't ask questions, don't నేను చెప్పిందే ఇది
వినాలి,
ఆ టైప్ లో కాకుండా do what you wanna do. చిన్నగా ఉన్నప్పుడు పిల్లలు వెళ్ళి గ్యాస్ స్టవ్ పైన ఇఫ్ దేర్ సంథింగ్ హాట్ చేయబెట్టేస్తారు. వేరే పేరెంట్స్ కానీ ఎవరో ఒకళ్ళు వచ్చి ఆపి దే వుడెంట్ లెట్ దెమ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ దట్ పెయిన్. అది అది వేడి, అది పట్టుకుంటే చేయి కాలుతుంది. దీస్ ఆర్ మై స్ట్రగల్స్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ అన్నది మన దాంట్లో. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సెయింగ్ లిటరలీ మేక్ కిడ్స్ గో బర్న్ దేర్ హ్యాండ్స్, బట్ let people fail, let them learn, but let them do what they want to do. And if you're the one who wants to do it, just go and do it. Don't rob a bank, or don't kill someone. Do whatever is legal, uh, as per our constitution. Just do that, and you'll live a life where you won't feel any regrets.
Thank you so much, Andy, like coming to our podcast and giving such a valuable words, and మీరు మా వాల్యుబుల్ టైం మాకు ఇచ్చారు, అండ్ యూ స్పెండ్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ టైం విత్ అస్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
No, thank you for calling me.
థ్యాంక్ యూ
Yeah.
సో మచ్ అండి.